Another top story we're following: 4 Jacksonville police officers are facing discipline for what they did not do in the investigation of this former football player's death. Last February, Louis Nix was found dead along with his SUV in a pond on the north side. That discovery was made 4 days after he drove into the pond. The 4 officers responded to a call the night he was last seen, and their body cameras were rolling. A witness told them she thought a car had driven into the pond because she saw lights in the water and she heard splashing. The officers never called the dive team or others to investigate. News4Jax reporter Jim Biggett is live from the sheriff's office, where an internal affairs report was just released. Jim, you also spoke with Nix's family.
That's right, and they're not blaming JSO for the death of their son, but they say that lack of action led to days of grief and wondering, and they think that that should change. Now, the supervising sergeant that night could be suspended for 30 days. Also, the others have written reprimands and counseling. This body camera video of the officer's response the night Louis Nix was reported missing is what upsets the family after a witness told police that she thought someone had driven into the pond. Their lack of action is what led to the investigation and what bothers Nix's mother and father the most. We sat down and talked to them about the investigation and the findings released this afternoon. They both talked about their son and showed us mementos and photographs of his life, his jersey from the days he played from Notre Dame and the Jaguars.
Judgment call, making the right judgment call. When I saw the body cam video, like I said before, I thought I was looking at a movie because they were laughing and joking. In that time, they were laughing and joking. They could have been doing something else.
In a nutshell, Internal Affairs found that despite physical evidence being located that was consistent with a vehicle driving in the grass near the pond, the officers failed to request a dive team to come search the pond and should not have canceled the response by the fire department. The report also found the officers didn't adequately question the witness who called 911 after seeing headlights in the water and hearing splashing. The officers noted tire marks in the grass near the pond, but also noted they didn't lead into the pond.
They didn't take the witness. They didn't get her no credibility when she found that he went into the pond.
The report recommends discipline for the 4 officers, including a 30-day suspension for Sergeant Harold Taylor, who did not take proper supervisory action, written reprimands for 2 of the other officers, and formal counseling for the remaining officer. Nix's mother again says she's not blaming the lack of action for her son's death, but she wants to make sure something like this doesn't happen to other families in the future.
I'm not saying our son could have been saved, but he could have been brought out that pond that day. We wouldn't have had to wait 4 days wondering what or why or none of that.
Now, the 4 officers will have a chance to appeal that decision. One other thing that the family is really upset about is that the media, that we found out the results of this investigation before they did. They believed that they were called and should have been told that. We're live at the Sheriff's Department. Jim Biggett, Channel 4, the local station.